The year is 2025, a year that would mark a significant turning point in American history. America stood at a crossroads, facing challenges that seemed insurmountable. The nation was grappling with economic instability, social unrest, and a fractured political landscape. The nation, weary from years of internal strife and external threats, yearned for a decisive leader. The American people were desperate for change, for a leader who could restore their faith in the future. Enter Donald J. Trump, a man who needs no introduction, returning to the political stage with a promise to restore America to its former glory. His message resonated with millions who felt left behind and forgotten. By his side stood JD Vance, a man of the people, a voice for the forgotten men and women of this country. Vance, with his humble beginnings and relatable persona, brought a sense of authenticity to the campaign. Their inauguration was a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring spirit of the American dream. The ceremony was filled with patriotic fervor, as citizens from all walks of life gathered to witness the dawn of a new era. From the steps of the Capitol, President Trump vowed to put America first, to rebuild its industries, and to defend its borders. His speech was a rallying cry for a nation eager to reclaim its strength and unity. Vice President Vance echoed these sentiments, emphasizing the need for unity and a return to traditional values. He spoke passionately about the importance of community, family, and hard work. The first 48 hours of their administration were a whirlwind of activity, a clear signal that this was not a presidency of empty promises. The White House buzzed with energy as new policies were swiftly put into motion. President Trump, ever the man of action, immediately set about dismantling the policies of his predecessors, signing a flurry of executive orders that sent shockwaves through the Washington establishment. These orders aimed to revitalize the economy, secure the borders, and restore law and order. But amidst the political maneuvering, there was also compassion. Trump and Vance made it clear that their administration would be one of empathy and support for the American people. When Hurricane Helene slammed into the Carolinas, President Trump and Vice President Vance didn't hesitate to act, mobilizing resources and offering words of comfort to those affected by the devastating storm. Their swift response was a testament to their commitment to the American people. This was a new era for America, an era defined by bold action, unwavering patriotism, and a deep commitment to the American people. The administration's early days were marked by a sense of renewed hope and determination. The first 48 hours were just a glimpse of what was to come. The Trump-Vance administration promised a future where America would once again stand tall on the world stage, united and strong. Hurricane Helene, a Category 4 storm, tore through western North Carolina with ferocious intensity, unleashing winds that howled like a freight train and rain that fell in torrents. The storm's wrath was felt far and wide as it uprooted trees, downed power lines, and caused widespread flooding. The once serene landscapes were transformed into scenes of chaos and destruction, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Streets were littered with debris, and neighborhoods were submerged under murky floodwaters. The scale of the devastation was almost unimaginable, with entire blocks reduced to piles of splintered wood and twisted metal. Homes were reduced to rubble, businesses were decimated, and entire communities were left reeling from the storm's fury. Families returned to find their lives turned upside down, their possessions scattered and their homes uninhabitable. The emotional toll was immense, as people grappled with the loss of their homes, their livelihoods, and in some cases, their loved ones. Vice President Vance, a son of the heartland, knew he had to act swiftly. With a deep sense of duty and compassion, he mobilized resources and coordinated with federal, state, and local agencies to ensure a rapid response. His determination was evident as he rolled up his sleeves and got to work, understanding that every moment counted in the aftermath of such a catastrophic event. Heeding the call to service, Vance personally oversaw the delivery of aid to the ravaged region. He worked tirelessly to ensure that essential supplies, including food, water, and medical aid, reached those in need. His presence on the ground was a beacon of hope for the affected communities, a reminder that they were not alone in their time of crisis. Traveling by helicopter over the flooded plains and shattered towns, the vice president witnessed firsthand the sheer scale of the disaster. From the air, the extent of the flooding and the widespread damage was starkly visible. Entire neighborhoods were submerged, and the landscape was dotted with the remnants of what once were homes and businesses. Landing in a small town, ravaged by the storm, Vance waded through the debris, offering words of comfort and reassurance to the shell-shocked residents. He listened to their stories, shared in their grief, and provided a steadying presence amidst the chaos. His empathy and understanding were a source of strength for those who had lost so much. He listened intently to their stories of loss and resilience, their voices thick with emotion. Each story was a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and overcome. Vance's genuine concern and heartfelt responses helped to lift the spirits of those who had been through so much. "We are with you," Vance declared, his voice echoing through the devastated streets. His words carried a promise of support and solidarity, a commitment to stand by the affected communities as they began the long process of recovery and rebuilding. America will not abandon its own. This declaration resonated deeply with the residents, instilling a sense of hope and determination. The sight of the American flag amidst the ruins served as a powerful symbol of resilience and unity. "We will rebuild, stronger than ever before." The rebuilding efforts began almost immediately, with volunteers, construction workers, and community members coming together to restore what had been lost. The spirit of cooperation and the collective effort to rebuild was a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. His words were not mere platitudes but a solemn promise, a testament to the administration's commitment to the well-being of all Americans. The vice president's leadership and the community's unwavering spirit ensured that, despite the devastation, there was a path forward, a future filled with hope and the promise of renewal. From day one, President Trump made it abundantly clear that securing America's borders was non-negotiable. He wasted no time in dispatching 10,000 troops to the southern border, a potent symbol of his administration's unwavering resolve. The message was clear. The days of unchecked illegal immigration were over. President Trump's decision to deploy troops was met with cheers from his supporters and condemnation from his detractors, but the president remained undeterred. He understood that a nation without secure borders is a nation at risk. The deployment of troops was not merely a show of force, but a necessary step to restore order and protect American sovereignty. This bold move, coupled with the administration's decision to terminate the CBP One app, signaled a paradigm shift in America's approach to immigration. The president had drawn a line in the sand, making it clear that America would no longer be a nation of porous borders and lax enforcement. In a move that sent shockwaves through the political landscape, President Trump signed an executive order challenging birthright citizenship. This executive order was a bold and unprecedented step, aiming to reinterpret a fundamental aspect of American identity and law. Birthright citizenship is a long-standing principle enshrined in the 14th Amendment, which states that all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the country. The president argued that this principle, often interpreted to grant automatic citizenship to children born on U.S. soil regardless of their parents' immigration status, had been distorted and abused over the years. He claimed that the original intent of the amendment was being misused, leading to unintended consequences. One of the most contentious points in this debate was the concept of anchor babies, a term used to describe children born in the United States to non-citizen parents. Critics of birthright citizenship argue that these children can then sponsor their parents for citizenship, creating a loophole in the immigration system. President Trump and his supporters claimed that this practice was a drain on American resources, including healthcare, education, and social services. This decision ignited a firestorm of controversy, with reactions pouring in from all corners of the political spectrum. Legal scholars and political pundits engaged in heated debates about the constitutionality of the executive order. Some argued that the president did not have the authority to unilaterally change an interpretation of the Constitution, while others believed that it was within his power to protect national interests. President Trump, however, remained steadfast in his belief that this was a necessary step to protect American sovereignty and to address what he saw as a critical flaw in the nation's immigration policy. He emphasized that citizenship should be earned through lawful means and not given away freely by mere accident of birth. This perspective resonated with many of his supporters, who felt that the current system was unfair and unsustainable. The debate over birthright citizenship was not merely about legal technicalities or policy details. It was about the very soul of America, about what it meant to be an American citizen. This issue touched on deep-seated beliefs about identity, belonging, and the values that define the nation. For many, it was a question of fairness and justice, while for others, it was about maintaining the integrity of the country's borders and laws. The future of the nation itself seemed to hang in the balance as this debate unfolded. The outcome of this controversy would not only affect millions of lives, but also shape the direction of American policy and identity for generations to come.